God is unpredictable. He will do things that are out of the blue. He'll put obstacles and courses and hardships, good things, bad things, things that you never would expect into our lives. We can't control what he does, but that doesn't mean he's going to follow through on everything you pray for. He's going to give you what is needed in your life. He's going to give you what you need in order to grow. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Chap, and I'm back with another video, and today we have another session of growing my faith closer with God, strengthening my faith with God. So I believe this is day 4. To church a couple of days ago, so today is Tuesday, and I went to church on Sunday. I was gonna originally make the video on Sunday night, but I got caught up with some other stuff. But I do want to speak on what the priest was talking about. His main message was God cannot be tamed, and what he meant by that is God is not a pet. He is not something that we can control. He is unpredictable, and we have no control as humans over what he does or doesn't. He was basically saying oftentimes believers and people that are trying to grow in faith will often pray and think that things will only go good in their life from the moment of beginning prayer. They believe that there's only supposed to be a constant uprise. Every time they're praying to God, that only good is supposed to come out of that. That is true. Good will come out of praying and having a strong relationship. But God will sometimes put obstacles in our road, hard times and hardships on our path to make us learn a lesson, to teach us something, or to allow us to enjoy success and actually overcoming the hardship that much more. If life was just always great, life was just always fruitful, and there was no hardship or no struggle, then there wouldn't be anything worth living for. It would just be too easy and too much of like an easy slope, sunshine and rainbows. That's just not the reality. Like an example could be maybe death, setbacks, or maybe not doing well on a test in school, family issues, or whatever the case may be, or losing a friend or losing a relationship, or whatever the case may be. God puts these obstacles in our road for a reason. And sometimes it's not just because, oh, you've sinned, so here goes your karma and here's your payback. No, sometimes you could be doing everything right, but still something quote unquote bad or unfortunate or difficult will fall into our road, and we have to find a way to navigate. And what God is telling us is when we do encounter these hardships and when we do encounter these tough times, what are we going to do? Are we going to give up on our faith, or are we going to grow closer to our faith? When hard times do encounter us and when hardship comes around, we can't give up as believers. It's super important that you use these type of moments to grow closer with God. Going back to what the priest said with the phrase of God cannot be tamed. Just because you're praying to God does not mean God is only going to act in the way we say. God is unpredictable. He will do things that are out of the blue. He'll put obstacles and courses and hardships, or whatever the case may be, good things, bad things, things that you never would expect into our lives. We can't control what he does, and he will listen to our prayers. He'll listen to them in detail. He listens to every single thing and everything we do, everything we say. He listens to it all. He understands it. But that doesn't mean he's going to follow through on everything you pray for. He's going to give you what is needed in your life. He's going to give you what you need in order to grow. But in the moments where it's negative and you're getting pushed down and you feel like you're discouraged or you've lost hope or you're leaning towards losing hope, the obstacle is very hard to overcome and the hardship is really disheartening. Is the times where you have to grow closer to God. He wants to see whether or not we're going to give into the devil or we're going to give into our faith and become stronger with him. If we're going to rely more on our belief in our faith in God is what he's testing us on. On the flip side is the positive things. Sometimes an unexpected positive thing will come into your life. Things that you didn't even pray for, that you never thought would even be fruitful to your life. Things that you never thought that would encounter that are blessings. They're like great things. Maybe you won the lottery. That's like a crazy example, but say you won the lottery, you won a bunch of money. Like, people don't expect to win the lottery. For students out there, maybe he will bless you with a great test grade that you never even studied for. The blessings can come from anywhere. The positives can root from anywhere, as far as the negatives can also root from anywhere. God is unpredictable, is what the priest was saying. He is not tamed. He's not like our pet dog where you teach it to do things. God is already taught. He is the one that does the controlling. We can't control him. So the positives he puts in our road and the negatives he puts in our road are all in his control, but it's up to us to how we navigate through these things. Overall, obviously we pray to God and we pray for things that we want in our lives, the good and the bad, and we pray on it and we look for connection and we look for guidance. But as far as what God does with the information and does with our prayers and does with our life, that's completely out of our control. It's just up to how we navigate it as humans and as believers. When we're blessed with these good fruits of life, we have to make sure we remain thankful. That's number one, most important. When we are given the hardships of life, we have to make sure we stay rooted. We have to make sure we stay rooted in our faith. God cannot be tamed. What he does is unpredictable. It's just up to us as humans and believers to navigate it the correct way. For anybody that's maybe going through hard times in their life or good times in their life, if you're going through really, if life seems to be on a generational high right now, be sure to not take it for granted and stay thankful and be humble about the blessings that are coming your way each day. But for the people that maybe feel like they're at a low in their life and things are rough and it's hard to get through each day, be sure to stay rooted in your faith and touch on God, rely on God, grow your faith with him that much stronger. Find your deeper connection with God. God is here to save us when we are down, but he's also here to aid us when we're up. He's always going to be in our corner no matter what circumstance we're dealing with in life. And I don't really have, I could always yab out a bunch of stuff, but that's my main message. I'm going to get this video up for you guys today. And I don't have really much else to talk to you guys about, but I want to appreciate you guys' time out your day to watch my video and hear my message about God and how I'm growing my faith closer to the Lord and God and all that type of stuff. But without further ado, man, make sure you guys have a blessed one. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Love you guys, man.